So you say that one is how old?
11 months old.
11 months.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Okay, this is Wambugu apple seedling. So when we are planting this one, we make a hole of 2 feet by 2 feet. After that, you take the topsoil. You mix with the 1 bucket of fully well decomposed manure. You return it back to the hole. Now during planting, you just remove this polythene paper and you create a space to plant from here to here. After that, this is the grafting area, as you can see. So from here above is now what is called Wambugu apple. From here below is a Kenyan wild apple. So anything appearing below this is the grafting area below. You just remove it. It's called suckers. You can use the secateurs. You remove it. Another thing, this Wambugu apple, from transplanting, it takes 9 months to start flowering. Yeah. So if it will flower before 9 months, you pluck out the flowers. But the moment it reaches 9 months, you allow it now to be fruiting. The main 2 essentials of this tree that you cannot do without it, manure and water. So during planting, we have put 1 full bucket of manure. Manure is any manure, as well as it's decomposed. Meaning you can use the cow manure, the goat manure, the sheep manure, the poultry manure, or the pig manure, as far as it's well decomposed. And another thing, after a mix-up of the manure and soil, you make sure you water immediately for this soil and manure to mix up very well. The spacing, mostly we use 2.5 meters by 2.5 meters, intra and extra. Another thing, when you are planting, you don't cover that space, you flatten it. You leave like a depression, like a basin to hold water. And you make sure in that depression, you put some dry grasses. I will show you the other side, to keep that area to be moist. After 3 to 4 months, we add manure. Now, application of manure, don't know whether, for example, here, this is the depression that I'm telling you. You leave like a depression like this one. Now, application of manure. You come up here, you remove the topsoil without interfering with the root. After that, you come up with your manure. You started with 1 bucket. So next time you are not to put 1 bucket. You make sure you put a bucket and a half. The more it grows, it's like a child. You add something above. So you can put 1.5 or 2 according to the availability of manure that you have. You mix up, then you return it here. And again, you leave that depression for watering. After 4 or 3 months, according to the interval that you are going to give it, then you add manure. The 2 main essential, water and manure. For us, Wambugu, we do organic farming. We don't apply chemicals. Yeah. This Wambugu is very resistant to pests and diseases. But now, mostly we intercrop with the cover crop. There are those onions, the beans, the cabbages, and other things. In case you have intercropped with the beans, and you detect there is some aphid on the beans. Now to avoid that spread of the beans from the spread of the aphid from the bean to the apple, we apply, I think we apply the urine, the rabbit. We have the rabbits. But this rabbit is not for commercial. We just kept them to give us urine. That urine, it acts as a foliar fertilizer. At the same time, it repels pests due to that pungent smell. Now, after you have collected the urine, assuming now you have taken 20 liters of the urine, you take 20 liters of water, you mix them ratio of 1:1 at interval of 10 to 14 days. You cannot take rabbit urine direct to the farm. It's very acidic. So you keep it 10 to 14 days. After that, if you wanted to act as a foliar fertilizer, you take 1 liter of those combination, the rest will be 19 liters of urine. If you wanted to act as a pesticide or insecticide, you take 2 liters of the solution or the combination, 18 liters of the water.